Allison here with this month's Tween DIY, a stencil art llama. So if you got your kit, let's get started. Okay, now that you have all your supplies ready, I'm going to show you how to take the film off your plexiglass front. So just bend the little tabs up on the back of your frame. Move the backing off to the side. We won't need that for quite a while. I'm going to set it way over there. Lift. There's a piece of advertisement. You won't need that. And here's your plexiglass. Now, the plexiglass has a coating on both sides to protect it. So right now it looks foggy. It really looks foggy, you can tell on the camera. So you want to remove one side of the plastic film, only one side. So you're just going to lift a little tiny bit. I'm going to see if you guys can see that in the camera. I don't know if you can tell, but I lifted a little tiny corner of it. Sorry guys. Right there, just a little tiny. And then you just peel that all the way off. I'm not going to do that on this one because this one's going out on a kit, but you just peel that one off. That is the side that we will be doing our stencil and our painting on. When you are done doing the stencil and the painting, and it's dry, you'll flip it over, remove the next piece that's on the front side of it, remove that piece of film, and then it'll be clear. And then you set it in your frame, okay? And I'll mention it again at the end. So this is the one I'm going to use. I just bought an inexpensive one at the dollar store. And here's its piece of advertising, of course. I'm just going to recycle that. And then mine has an actual piece of glass in it. We decided to not do glass for you guys just so that you don't cut your fingers or anything, because it does have sharp edges once you take it out. But if you want to go and do more of these at the dollar, go grab one at the dollar store and do them yourself. Just be careful with the glass. So yeah, you can do these over and over again as many times as you want. So we are doing a llama today, and this is what our llama looks like. The llama was in your kit. All you need to do right now is take the llama and take your contact paper. It would have been a white piece of paper that had some lines on one side, like a grid on one side. That's on the paper, and you're just gonna peel the plastic off. It's a little sticky. You just peel that off, and you lay it right over the llama, like so, just like that, nice and flat. And then you do this. We just need to do it on the llama part, on the part that has the body of the animal. Just a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to get it as well as we can. Just like that. Okay, so I have all the edges. That's all that matters right now, because this is us just getting it off the vinyl. So then you're going to take that edge of that plastic, clear plastic that you just put on, and you're going to want to peel back. And if you have the directions with you, you'll see the directions. The pictures are pretty clear of how you're going to want to pull the llama off of its backing. Oh, you know what? I'm actually pulling the entire thing off. Hold on. I was like, why is it doing this? Hold on. I actually started pulling everything off the llama. Hold on. We need to leave that paper in the background. We just want, if it does that, you want to go to another spot. All you want is there. So when you pull it off, it should have a black, it should look black, not white. I'm going to show you the difference. So right there, we just have to press that a little bit. So you can see, hopefully you can see that, how I'm just pulling that back, and the llama, the stencil of the llama, is right there. Actually, if I hold this white piece of paper underneath this, I think you can see. See? It's right on that plastic, and I'm just going to gently pull as I'm going. Oh, there's a little bit that's not coming. So I got to go in here like this, and that happens. So I'm going to go down here and try to pull the whole thing off. Just be gentle and patient with this step, okay? We're going to, I don't know if you can see this, but I am going to just make sure that I lift it a little bit off of there. Hold on. I'm going to rub it again, right where those two aren't wanting to stick. If you need to, have Mom use her fingernail, or if you have a fingernail, just lift it a little bit and push it. It'll come. It will. You just have to be patient with it. And then keep peeling. Yeah, we're going to have to go from another position. It sometimes helps to come from different directions because of the design. Yep, see there. Now it's pulling it. Just because of where the design is from. That's why I was trying to get it from the feet. Yours may not pull up like mine did. Yours may come up without any problems. I like to start at the head and then start at the feet. There, we just pulled off, so you should have just the outline, and you can throw that away. Now, this is sticky side up right now so that you can see the llama. I want to make sure you guys could see the llama. Okay, you see he's on the contact paper right now. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to, actually I should turn it around so you can see. I don't know why I have it upside down. There, so you can see that. And now you want to position him approximately in the center. I like to make sure he's in the center. You don't want him too close to an edge or you won't see his tail. Same with his head. So you want to make sure he's just about in the middle. I like to try and make sure he's about like that, and then I just kind of let it roll. There. Okay, now you're going to do, now this, you want it on there, so rub it for a little bit. Okay, now we have to pull the contact paper off. Now, as you can see, let me pick this up so you can see. As you can see, as I am doing this, it is leaving the llama behind. So now the llama is on your plexiglass. Just like that. And that one is done. So let me, oh, here. Now, if you need to press these down anymore, be very gentle now, because these can tear easily. But it looks pretty good. Okay, so the next step is painting. So you'll want to get a plastic cup or some kind of a throwaway cup, something that doesn't matter if it gets a little paint on it. Maybe you have a painting cup already. Now I like to make sure that I get all the extra, oh, and you want some paper towels. I like to get all the extra water out of my brush. I like to do one color at a time. So I am going to probably do it kind of like I already did. I have a dark color, semi-dark color, and then 2 bright colors. And you'll get 4 colors in your kit. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of painting, and then I'll just show you the back, what it looks like. I'm not going to paint my entire one right now. I want you to see the other things. So I'm just going to, I kind of like to flip-flop with my colors. Now remember, this is the back side. So in this case, it won't really matter if you're over the lines a little bit. What would matter is if you're over this line, the outer edge, that will show up. But the inside color, that won't show up. Now, I suggest you make it as thick as you want. You can always, after it dries, go back and add a little more color. I've done that. You really can't change the color. Once it dries, you're kind of stuck with that color. You can take the colors that I gave you in the kit and you can see if you can come up with some other colors, you know, by mixing them. You can get some different colors. I just did the basics, so this is basically how you do it. So you're going to paint everything the way you want. I'm going to show you mine. Let me show you the flip side of this for right now. Okay, so this I just painted. I cannot put this in the frame. It would have to, I gotta slide it off. Sorry, the glass makes it difficult. That's why I gave you guys plexiglass. So, I'm going to show you. This is the back side, remember, okay? Now, in the camera, I don't know if you can tell, but I am definitely over my lines, right? But when you flip it, now remember, it's still wet. Yeah, see, now I can tell I am going to want to do some more coloring. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but see how it's not very dark. So when that dries, I want to add a little more blue to that. But you can see how I do not need to be on the lines. Now I'm going to show you a finished one, what the back looks like on a finished one. I'm going to pull one out so you can see. Now you're going to have the piece of cardstock, white cardstock, to put in behind these guys. But you don't have to put cardstock. It doesn't even have to be white. You could take some colored construction paper, or you can just let it be in the glass without any backing at all. It'll just be like it's hanging in the air. So if you can see on camera there, see how it looks? I'm just doing it wherever I want, right? I'm not concerned about the lines or anything except for that outside line. Now I'm going to flip it over so you can see what it looks like. Now this is what it looks like. I'm trying to get that glare from the light out of there. That's our lights overhead. I'm in the story time room, so if you've ever been in here, you know there's big white lights. Okay, so hopefully you can see how nice it looks. So you don't have to be perfect at staying inside the lines. You don't have to be perfect about that. Now let's see what it looks like. I'm going to show you what it looks like without, let's see, without the white behind it. Oh, you know what? You would have to, yes, what you would have to do is you'd put the glass in, or the plexiglass, then you would put these down, and then they would hang in here like this. But you would not be able to prop them up like you do a picture frame like I did this one. You would not be able to put this, see how I can do this on the table? You can't do that if it's clear. If you don't put that backer in, you can't do that. So I do suggest that you just keep with putting the 8x10 cardstock that I give you. I think I had 2 on this one. And then put in the little backer. so that you can do that. And that's all there is to it. Just make sure it dries before you put it in. Oh, and the other step, I don't want to forget to remind you, you need to make sure you take that last film off the plexiglass, that last one that's on this side, the side I can touch, doesn't have any paint or stencil on it, before you put it in the frame. And that's it. That's all there is to it. And you can color and make your llamas turn out however you want. They're your own. Well, I hope you had fun making your stencil art llamas. We'll see you next time, Fountaindale Public Library. Bye.